Hi, this is an informational video on how to properly care and clean your goalkeeper gloves. My name is Christian. I own keeperstop.com, a website dedicated to goalkeeper equipment and education. I get questions from parents all the time, as well as their goalkeepers, on how to properly care for their investment, their goalkeeper gloves. Let me first start by saying that properly cared for gloves last longer and have better grip. I just returned from practice right now, and my gloves, as you can see, are dirty, and I want to go ahead and show you how to properly care for the gloves. From the very first use, goalkeeper gloves begin a slow drying out and decaying process, and there are a couple factors why this happens. From the very first use, you're putting sweat and dirt into the palm and into the glove itself. What happens with sweat is sweat carries germs and bacteria, and those germs and bacteria get into the gloves, get into the lining, and get into the latex, and that begins drying out the latex, and the result is when latex becomes too dry, it breaks apart, and it's because of the germs and bacteria. It begins eating away at the latex. Dirt is also another bad element to have on your gloves, because dirt, if you look at my palm is dirty right now, and a dirty palm, what happens is it becomes abrasive when it actually comes in contact with a ball. So not only does it dry out the glove itself, but it also starts being abrasive to the glove. Imagine if you had your socks, for example, and you didn't wash your socks for 5 or 6 uses. Your socks would be sweaty, nasty, smelly, and stiff. Essentially, that's what's happening to your gloves, and you want to not have that happen if possible. You're spending $100 on your gloves if they're good game gloves. So let me show you how to wash these gloves. There really is no secret on how to properly wash gloves, and there is really no exact science either. I mean, truly what you want to do is any of the elements that were put in there, the sweat, the dirt, whatever, the bacteria that's sitting there eating away your gloves now, you want to go ahead and get that out of there. So what I do is you can wash it in your sink, you wash it in your tub or your shower or whatever, but just simply get your palms nice and wet with lukewarm water, okay? At this point in time, if you had a glove wash, you can put the glove wash on. Royce makes a glove wash. I know Sells Goalkeeper Products makes a glove wash. What glove wash is, it's just a low-grade detergent. It's a low-foaming detergent that is not harmful to the latex. I mean, it does dry the latex out a little bit if you used it throughout the life of the glove. But again, you know, the glove is going to dry out regardless, and what you're trying to do is make it last the longest. All right, and really sweat and bacteria and dirt will go ahead and limit the life of the glove. So, you know, the soap is a good alternative. So what you want to do is you want to really just scrub out the dirt and the latex. And right now my gloves are not terribly dirty, but what's in there is a lot of sweat. I used these this past weekend, and I don't want the sweat or dirt to dry in there. So what I want to do is take the surface dirt off that could break apart the latex and be abrasive. And I want to go ahead and kind of maybe you know, get some of that sweat out of there too. So I just scrub the palm with my fingertips. Don't use a toothbrush. Don't use anything that could be damaging to the latex. All right, just get in there, and it's not going to look exactly you know, crystal clear clean again. But what it will do is we'll take some of those elements out of there that will break it down. So what I did there is I filled up the inside of the glove, filled it up with water. So the water gets inside the lining, the water gets inside the latex, all right? And you can repeat this as many times as necessary depending on how dirty the glove is. So right now I have a glove it's very wet. Within 24 to 36 hours, this could be dry and usable again. Any top end latex needs to be damp anyways to increase the tackiness in the glove. So even if this was wet, after, you know, a 10-minute warm-up of catching the ball, it will become drier. So what I do is, after I'm done washing it, and it does look pretty clean right now, there's some signs of wear and there's some signs of dirt, but there always will be. So what I do is simply just hang it up on a coat hanger, and I've already washed the other one prior to this. So I hang it up, dry it up, and all I'm going to do is hang it in a room temperature area. All right, so what I can do is just let it drip dry naturally. I want to keep it out of any direct heat sources. I want to keep it out of the sunlight, keep it out from fermenting in your bag, keep it out from fermenting and drying out in your car. These are perishables, and the more expensive gloves tend to be a little bit finicky and fickle on how you care for them and take care of them. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact Christian at keeperstop.com, and I'll be happy to answer any questions on what gloves are appropriate or how to care for your gloves. Thank you.